There we go. Let's get into the Boston Celtics defeating the Orlando Magic 121-89, finally putting away the Orlando Magic in 5 games. Right off the bat, Jason Tatum has been fantastic since that wrist injury. First Celtics since Larry Bird to score 35-plus points in 3 consecutive games. Only him and Larry Bird have done that in Boston Celtics history. He's averaging 31 points and 11 rebounds in this series. Jaylen Brown with 23 points and 7.6 rebounds. Really looking back to himself, looking like he has some explosion there. Had a nifty dunk there, I believe, in the second quarter, towards the end of the second quarter in the game last night. Playing pretty good. Derek White, 17.2 points per game, 4.8 rebounds and assists. He shot the lights out in game 1, really giving the Celtics a push there. And I just want to give kudos to the Orlando Magic. I'm not going to spend too much time on this series, but kudos to Paulo Banchero and Franz Wagner, because those 2 guys should have been all-stars this year. Had the same injury, I believe, the oblique injury, which was weird. Paulo, only 7 games into the series and into the season, had that injury. Franz somewhere midway towards the middle of the season. And then they lose Jalen Suggs. They lose Mo Wagner. And they're just playing with no point guard, lack of shooting, and just trying to make it happen. And Paulo goes into this series against the defending champions. 29.4 points per game, 8.4 rebounds, and 4.2 assists. Now, I know when he got drafted, people were like, he was going to be a good player, he's going to be solid, X, Y, Z. If there was any indication that Orlando should try to be upgrading this roster any way they can and try to tinker around Banchero and Wagner, do it now. If there was any indication of that, despite the lack of offensive firepower that you guys had, if there was any indication that you guys need to upgrade, it was that series against the Boston Celtics. Those guys played their ass off, especially on the defensive end, mucking up the game. And people are getting mad at the physicality. I'm not mad at the physicality from the Orlando Magic standpoint, because that's their only chance to win. And if you're going to play that hard on the defensive end, you have to try something in order to give yourself a chance to win in this series. Kudos to those guys for playing their hearts out. Wendell Carter Jr. was solid in the series, 10 points, 10 rebounds averaging. Franz Wagner trying to find his shot, work his way through his shot, work was his way through his game. 25.8 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 5.6 rebounds. Those 2 guys, some people don't like the makeup of those 2 guys playing together, him and Paulo. But those 2 guys going at the Boston Celtics, and he was on a tear in this game as well. It wasn't really until Paulo got into foul trouble, picking up his 5th foul, the Celtics really put it on the hurt, and really took over the game and really put them away. But overall, they were fighting for everything. Those guys, they were playing Corey Joseph at point guard. Just kudos to this Orlando Magic's team, man. The Celtics, they're moving on. They're awaiting the Knicks and Detroit series, which I'll get into. But just the fight that they showed and the promise of those 2 young players, I'm proud of the Orlando Magic, man, for what they did. The Boston Celtics moving on, looking like they're clicking on all cylinders. Brown and Tatum look especially well out there. Derek White's looking solid. Drew Holiday missed a couple games in this series, but looking to be back, especially for the next series. And that's probably the best thing that the Celtics could get after this series, that was physical, hard-hitting. Guys throwing elbows, Batazzi on Porzingis, guys just grabbing, holding, pushing, battling. In this series, this is probably the best thing that the Boston Celtics could have, is rest.